Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Sukadev Goswami says, O King Parikshit, in the Rajasuya sacrifice assembly of Yudhishthir Maharaj, Narada Muni was answering the question of Yudhishthir Maharaj and said that, O Yudhishthira, this Sisupal and Dantabhakra were Lord's associates in the spiritual world in their past life. In their past life, they were cursed by pure Brahmins. By the influence of their curse, they fell from there into this world and became adverse to the Lord, acted against the Lord. Hearing this, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked, O great sage, what? Curse of Brahmin can influence the associates of the Lord in the spiritual world and make them fall into this world? It is very difficult to understand this point. How it happened that Lord's associates got cursed? Why? How? The associates of the Lord, they unalloyedly love the Lord, they always remain immersed in the Lord. And their body is not material, their body is supernatural, transcendental. And they fall from this world, which is place of birth and death, having body and the soul, two different things in the senses, they are struggling with the mind. How come it happened they had to give up the spiritual world? Their senses and mind is not like of this world. Oh, says Narada, please tell me. How can people from the spiritual world fall? Yad gatva na nivartanti tad dhama paramam mama. Lord had promised, said, anybody who enters into my world never comes back to this world. How it happened? How did they contact this mortal body again? I know Lord takes many incarnations in this world, and his main motive, many incarnations maybe, whatever purpose he may have to incarnate in this world, but main motive of the Lord's incarnation in this world is to please his devotees, just to make them happy. He appears. He acts like a drama maker who acts on the stage. Those who become participants in his drama, they are also under his control. He teaches them what theatrical act they have to do. What theatrical performer he has to become on the stage. Lord also teaches them how to behave on the stage with him when he is there. Something like that. The Nyaya Shastra says, Lokavattu Leela Kaivalyam. As per this logic of Nyaya Shastra, Lord changes his garb, costume becomes different and comes to the stage like a person who is doing drama. We have seen many dramas. And those who are coming on his stage, they are also taught and instructed by him that how they have to react on his act. And he shows anger, and these devotees show anger, and they fight. This is the drama of the Lord. Yudhishthir Maharaj is understanding, is telling, he's understanding. Devotee presents his or her own understanding first to get answer to their questions, clear their doubts. The Lord shows his anger and love too, both ways. He loves his devotees like Radharani, gopis, cowherd boys, and the Maharaj, Mother Yashoda. He loves his devotees, or he demons fights, shows his anger, he kills them. He does so many things. He does all act. His devotees are participating. What a wonderful. When we think and meditate on this, wonderful, I forget to look, even go to the bathroom, forget to look, eat, talk, like that. So always concentrating. If one concentrates on these kinds of pastimes, one gets liberation. I remember this. I think it was 1975 or 76 in Calcutta, India. I was preaching in the house of Ashok Birla, one of the richest men in India. Preaching, he said, "Oh, you're a devotee of a woman hunter." He was dancing with others' wives at night. He asked this. He said that. So we answered the question so nicely. And he became so happy. "Tell me what I should do." I said, "I need 3 cars. I need three new cars, brand new cars I need. And the car should be painted as my color of my clothes, and should have nice tilak mark in the front with the bronze, and names carved of my guru on the sides. I need 3 cars. He came. So we divided into one to Vrindavan, one to Bombay, another to Mayapur. The cars were used after Prabhupada left this world, 76 must be. Prabhupada left this world, they used for their own purpose. Guru's things should be worshipped, kept in the museum. I remember they were using it in Vrindavan for their own benefit, going to Delhi just to enjoy life. Anything Guru belongs to Guru should be worshipped. That is for puja, not for personal use. No. By hearing such narrations, in the world, Lord Krishna's these dramas are called pastimes of the Lord, transcendental pastimes of the Lord. In Sanskrit, it's called Bhagavat Leela. In Sanskrit. In normally, devotees call it narrations of the Supreme Lord. By hearing and reading which we can get liberation. Narada Muni heard the question of Yudhishthir Maharaj and he answered. He said, "O King Yudhishthira, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, these 4 Brahmins are original sons of Lord Brahma, born out of his mind. Even though they are original sons of Lord Brahma, original batch of the sons of Lord Brahma, they do not grow more than 5 or 6 of age. They look like small children, 5 years old, 6 years old, that's all. And they only wear kopin, is a loin cloth, just to cover the private part, and whole body is bare. That's why they are called Digambara, because the directions are their clothes. The 4 directions, 8 directions are their clothes. They act as their clothes. That's why they are called Digambara. So they wander Digambara all over the universe freely. Nobody can stop them. There are no restrictions for them anywhere. Nobody can stop. So one day they suddenly decided to go to the spiritual world. They went many times previously too. This time they suddenly decided, let's go to the spiritual world. We will see the Supreme Lord. So they went. Seeing these guards were there, gatekeepers. Gatekeepers, usually they let them go. Previously many times they let them go. But this time they stopped them. Because Lord did not want, he wanted some turmoil there. Lord is all play. His play, if you are participant in the play, you are really liberated. So, they thought these little ordinary children, hey, stop, don't go inside. All this happened due to the, everything and anything takes place due to the will of the Lord. Not even a blade of grass or leaf can move without the sanction or desire, will of the Lord. Everything happens by the will of the Lord. You like me because of will of the Lord. You hate me because of will of the Lord. You want to become devotee, you will of the Lord. You want to go to hell, is your will, not God's will. God don't want anything wrong happen to you. When they were prevented from entering in the palace of the Lord, these 4 Brahmins became very angry. Lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, hatred does not exist in the spiritual world. How come these Swāmīs, young sadhus, kumaras, transcendentalists, real devotees become angry in the spiritual world? It's only because of the supreme will. Lord desired, so anger entered in the spiritual world. Remember this. All these things, lust, anger, greed only exists here, not there. That is spiritual world beyond heaven. Heaven also is material world. But Vaikuntha is not material world, it is spiritual world. Unless the Lord desired, how can anger enter in the spiritual world? So, these, out of 4 Kumaras, 3 Kumaras at once cursed these fellows. 2 gatekeepers, Jaya and Vijaya, were cursed. You take birth as demons on earth. You don't belong here. Go live with passionate and ignorant people on earth. Take birth as demons. When 4th one wanted to curse same, he was prevented. That's why 3 times were cursed, same curse. You are not qualified to live here. You prevent devotees from something he wants to do. If devotee wants to do something and you prevent, you become obstacle, you are not eligible to stay here. You cannot exist as a human being. You should be gone as animal. Get out. Devotees don't curse anyway, but the Lord desired, that's why he cursed them. We will discuss later on. So 2 Dwarpalas means gatekeepers fell from the earth. No, fell at the feet of the 4 Kumaras. See, they realized, oh, what a mistake we made. We offended a devotee. So if you offend a devotee, you have to fall at the feet of a same devotee and beg pardon. Then you are forgiven. See, this is the only rule that exists, no other rule. You cannot become obstacle in the will of the devotee. Not possible. So they became obstacle. The devotees wanted to enter and they became obstacle, they got cursed. So they are falling the feet of the poor Kumaras, touching the feet, please forgive. Brahmin devotee, these are real Brahmins, real Brahmin devotees, words are very hard, his dealings are rugged, you can say that way. Hard, harsh. But the heart is the softest that exists on this planet. So they immediately melted and blessed them. Okay, but you will take birth as a demon, but Lord Himself will come and fight with you and kill you. And after third term is finished, completed, you will come back and become same gatekeepers again. Don't worry. Go for some time. You have to follow the curse because you made a mistake, you have to pay for it. So, in first birth, they took birth from Diti and Kashyapa. Became Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu is older, Hiranyaksha is younger. They were killed and then they became as Ravana and Kumbhakarna, second term. Third term, they became your relatives, Sisupal and Dantavakra. So these are the three births. And Lord incarnated for each of them to die. Like that. You know, in the first birth, Lord killed Hiranyaksha as boar incarnation. And anybody is killed by the Lord receive liberation. Why Hiranyaksha did not receive liberation? Is because two reasons. One is that they have to take three births. Second is the main reason. Hiranyaksha did not recognize the Lord. He said, what is this? Boar is a pig. He's fighting with me. He did not think he's the Lord. That's why he could not receive liberation. Then Hiranyakashipu, for him, Lord came because Hiranyakashipu tormented his son. Huh? Tormenting son? Yes, tormented his own son because he became a devotee. The parents are demoniac. They don't want their children to become devotees. Oh, if you become devotee, my goodness, who will take care of my empire? See, they created empire. Before birth there was no empire. That empire did not belong to them. After death that empire will not help them. They want to take care of the empire. They don't want their son or goddaughter to become devotees. See? So Hiranyakashipu is a demon because he did not want. He became a devotee, that's why he taught. He was ready to kill him. He wanted to kill him. He endeavored to kill him. Very many difficulties, pains he gave. Because he was a great devotee of the Lord, he tolerated them all. And remained a devotee. When you are tortured, tormented so much, death, even then you remain a devotee. You have to have peace. Sasantim adhigacchati, Lord Kṛṣṇa says. Real devotee can never leave spiritual life. It's not possible. That's why Hiranyakashipu was unable to kill Prahlad, even though he tried many ways. We will discuss soon. After getting killed, Lord incarnated to save his devotee, as half lion and half man, Nrsimhadev. So when he was killing, the demon Hiranyakashipu said, "Who is this? Who is this?" He could not recognize. Half lion, half man, never seen. It's not 8,400,000 species, this kind of form. He could not recognize the Lord, and he died. He got killed. So he did not receive liberation. After these two brothers took birth in Visrava Muni's house through his wife Kaikesi. Sometimes she is called Kesini, but her name is Kaikesi. So he took birth and became well-known 10-headed Ravana and his brother Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna was almost ready to devour the whole creation. He was such a big demon. And they were killed by incarnation of the Lord, Narada Muni is telling, in the form of Rama. That we will discuss later on. But they did not receive liberation because these two guys, these two fellows, Ravana and Kumbhakarna, thought that he is an ordinary man. He's just a mendicant. He's just a human being. He's an exiled princess, like that. That's why they were killed and they did not receive liberation. Now, O Yudhishthir, this is the third time they took birth from your mother's sister. Your mother's sister, they took birth as Shishupal and Dantavakra, and became relatives of the Lord. And from birth, they were envious of the Lord. From their birth, they started criticizing, always speaking abusive words. They were always concentrating on the Lord, what word to use so he feels upset. Demonic people want devotees to be tormented. Demonic people want devotees to be on hot seat. So they make arrangements in such a way behind and whatever scheme they have and put the devotees on hot seat. We got him on hot seat. See, that is their feeling. So Shishupal and Dantavakra, they were meditating what word to use. Every time they would use new words against God. So they were always meditating. O Yudhishthira, because Lord used directly his disc, they recognized him. Disc weapon to kill. That's why they received liberation. They went back to the spiritual world. Hearing this episode, Yudhishthir Maharaj asked, O Swāmī, Narada Muni, Hiranyakashipu loved his son Prahlad so much. How come he developed envy towards him? He already said because he became a devotee, but he wants more to know. That's why he asked the question. Why did he punish so badly? He was a devotee of the Lord. And what process Prahlad received, followed, what process Prahlad followed that made him so good a devotee? So he could be praised by everybody, including all of us. I want to know. So the answer we will discuss next. Thank you very much.